Hey, good evening, everybody. It's a little bit dark in my van or my truck, but I think you can hear me. I just got back hanging out with some friends. We went to a couple of little bars in town, and I'm not that much of a drinker, so I don't have a problem going to bars and hanging out with my friends and talking to people and stuff. And I was talking to one of my buddies, and I just remembered we went on a mission trip together, and I don't think if he even watched this video that he'd mind me sharing this, but I'll keep his name anonymous anyhow. But I just wanted to talk a little bit really quick in this video just about God and how he does things. Because God constantly in the Bible and God constantly in our lives, whether we realize it or not, does things the way that he wants to do them. And we are just recipients of his amazingness despite our unamazingness. So, and that's what makes our marriage to him so beautiful, is he took what was unlovely and made it completely lovely. He took what was unredeemable in our own eyes and made it redeemable. He took what was yuck and made it magnificent. So I was on a mission trip with a buddy of mine and with a few of my friends. And this one particular friend decided that he wanted to go and get drunk. So he drank a couple 40s and was definitely feeling it and was on the level. And he was in a particular place on this kind of pier, and he met two people. He met a couple. They weren't married yet, but he met a couple. And they start ministering to him and telling him that Jesus loves them, etc. And he was like, I'm already a Christian. I'm on a mission trip, actually. And so we get invited to this cell group, home church. And when we're there, just all this amazing stuff happened. We had an amazing worship service. We had an amazing time with the hosts there, and it ended up being a relationship that lasted with this couple. And they ended up, they were in Texas and we were we lived in Kentucky, and they ended up coming to our church and like being with us and hanging out, and like it was a meaningful relationship that happened. And the sole reason why it happened is because my buddy decided that he wanted to get drunk again, because he hadn't done it in a really long time, and I guess he missed it or whatever, and he decided to get drunk. And despite that, God set up an amazing, number one, we got invited to an amazing Bible study home group that would not have happened had my buddy not gotten drunk, because he wouldn't have gone to this area to drink. He would have stayed with us where we were. He wouldn't have gone to this place. And despite that, God already knew that he was going to do that, and he had this couple sent there to minister to my buddy who was already a Christian. He was just having a moment where he just, wanted to go have some fun or whatever. And I just wanted to say that if you all, and it's getting really dark because there's no lights around here, but if just what I'm remembering about this story is just the fact that God is amazing despite what we do. Despite what we do, God is always amazing. I'm not saying there's not consequences. If you go out and get drunk and you throw up, it's a consequence of getting drunk. But it doesn't mean that God stops being God and stops loving you and stops being amazing to you. And, there is consequences. If I go out and get drunk, I'm not drunk right now, but if I had, 10 beers and was sloshed and I was driving right now and I hit another car, it wouldn't be God's fault. It would have been my fault because I decided to drink and drive, which is a really idiotic thing to do. The same with anything that we do, but none of that gets in the way of God's love and gets in the way of God still working in our life and working for us and working with us because we're his children. So if you're struggling with anything or dealing with anything, and you might be thinking, how could God talk to me or love me when I've got this and I'm doing this? Just don't even worry about that stuff. Let God deal with your stuff in your life when He chooses to. And I'm getting ready to order me some food that I probably shouldn't eat. But it's really late and I'm hungry. So have a good night. Bye-bye.